foremost, I want to give all the honors, the praises, the glory belongs to my Lord and Savior. His name is Yahweh, by Sham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Waharakar Kwadash. Double honor to the elder apostles that are in the Holy Spirit, and to the hopeful elect across the globe, and to the very few brothers and sisters that are listening and also learning in the hopes of being saved within these last days, because we're living in the last days of the last days. Tawadi Yahweh by Shem Yahawashi, Abad Shatan, Abad Adawam, Abad Shatam, Abad to the warlocks, Abad to the witches, Abad to these evil forces that are trying to work against us. Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha. I want to bring this out. A lot of stuff is going on. Highly spiritual stuff. A lot of demonic stuff. We have to stay in the spirit. Bro, you wouldn't even believe it, but you already know what it is. You watch my videos, you already know what it is, right? So we're going to start off on Psalms, Baba Kasha. There's also been contracts put out on us as well. Yet contracts have been put over our heads, bro. Bro, there's different levels to what you want to call stalking or whatever. There's different levels to this stuff, right? Right, this is so real. We have to be in the spirit. So I want to go straight to Psalms and 9. I will praise thee, O Lord, with my whole heart. I will show forth all thy marvelous works. I will be glad and rejoice in thee. I will sing praise to the name of my power, Yahweh. Key thing. And it says, when my enemies are turned back, then shall fall and perish at thy presence. For thou hast maintained my right hand and my cause, my right and my cause. So the key thing, you have maintained my right and cause. So guess what the Lord does for us? He maintains our cause. So if you got a cause, if you have a group of people that conspire against you, guess who maintains our cause? Yahawashi. He maintains our course. He maintains what we go through. He maintains us at all times. So he's maintaining our cause. Though sat us in the throne, judging right. So you got to have that faith. Yahawashi is in the throne right now, the heavenly throne, judging our cause. But the thing is, you have a group of people, they're summoning, they're muttering, they're enchanting, they're all in agreement with each other concerning certain brothers. That rhymes. They're all in agreement with each other concerning certain brothers. So that's very demonic. That's very demonic. And I will say this. A lot of you call it gang stalking. I call it spiritual stalking. You know, when they're seeing where you are, it has to be timed in the right way, right place. That's the only way it works. You see this behind me? You see this? It has to be timed rightly. It's witchcraft. It's what these people are practicing. It's high-level witchcraft. It's spirit stalking. They're not stalking your flesh. They're stalking your spirit. Right? It's summoning. This is some very dark stuff. And the only way you defeat it is by believing in Yahawashi, praying constantly, and remaining in the spirit. Right? It's really organized. Satan's kingdom, remember, it's organized, very organized. But the Lord is maintaining our cause. Right? So always keep that in mind. Always. Don't be afraid. Gang stalking is designed to keep you from your purpose. That's what it's designed to do. Right? See, I've got more of them. It's all about taking our attention away from the Lord. It's all about keeping you stuck in the mental chaos. You have to be able to focus on the truth. And I don't want to tell you everything that's going on, but when it comes out, it comes out. It's not for me to tell you every single detail of what's going on. When it comes out, it comes out. All right? All I'm going to say is very dark, very demonic. That's all I'm going to say. And very organized. And it's something that you can't really take on yourself. So you're going to let the Lord, he's going to have to deal with that. Right? The reason why I'm here, you don't need to go out into the highways all the time. Protect your energy, protect your peace. You don't need to answer to these people. Anything that's trying to control you, anything that's not of God. Well, God, he controls everything. That's not of, you already know that. Anything that's trying to control you, any outside force, that's satanic. Anything outside of the scriptures, Yahawashi, that's trying to control you, that's rooted in the demonic realm. That's rooted in witchcraft. And that's how you know it's witches that orchestrate these things, that summon these things. They've got together. But in the spirit and power of Yahweh, by Sham, Yahawashi, we cast out all demonic spirits. We cast it down, we bind it. It says that in Matthews. Anything we shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. So Yahweh by Shem Yahawashi, bind, break, dismantle these demonic spirits and return them right back to their covens. Return them right back to where they were sent. We bind it, right? This is some real stuff, brothers. I know you heard about this topic. Rather call it spirit stalking, because that's what they're doing. This stuff is demonic. It's rooted in satanic ritual abuse, pedophilia, what else? Witchcraft, cults. That's what it's rooted in, right? That's what gang stalking and human trafficking. That's what gang stalking's rooted in. That's what it is. That's why they need to know everywhere you are at every time. It's another form of human trafficking. And there's an actual, was it a RICO Act? No, was it a RICO Act? I believe it was Trump. He passed an act to do away with that. Right? This is real. This is what they're not telling you. They want you to shut up. They're not telling you that. So these people, they're partaking in that. They're partaking in that. Whether you want to call it a ritual, whether you want to call it traffic, they're partaking in them dark deeds. Why? Because they're wicked. Because they're wicked. And this whole thing is to stop you from reaching your potential and growing. We need to get where we need to get. You go from A to B to C. Don't focus on it. Record what you need to record, because they hate it when you record them as well. But now we're going to get back into the scriptures. We're not going to focus on them. All that is to bend your mind. It's to bend your mind. It's a psychological tactic which is actually exercised by the military. So these people, they've been told to do some psychological warfare upon brothers. And there's so many people involved. So many people. That's why when we talk about this, it's good, because we're bringing light. We're bringing the darkness, we're putting light upon it, so others can know what it is, because it's covert. Not everybody's supposed to know. That's why it's done covertly. There's some members of the public that don't even know what this is. It's covert. But the whole thing is to trick you to believe it's everybody that you walk past. Everybody. It's not everybody, but it's a lot of people. It's to convince you you're mad. That's why they need to know where you are so they can pull it off. If they don't know where you are, they can't pull it off. It's another form of witchcraft. But that doesn't work with us right here. So let's go to it. Let's go to it. This is Psalms, Baba Kishar, 56 and 2. My enemies would daily swallow me up, for there be many that fight against me on Most High. What time am I afraid? I will trust in thee. In Yahawashi would I praise his word. In Yahawashi have I put my trust. I will not fear what flesh can do unto me. Every day they rest with my words. All their thoughts are against me for evil. They gather themselves together. I'm not going to pan the camera on them. They gather themselves together. There's less of them now. They hide themselves. They mark my steps when they wait for my soul. It says they hide themselves. They mark my steps. So they do mark your steps. What they're trying to do, their tactics, they're trying to mark you in the spirit. They're trying to mark you in the spirit, in the spiritual realm. This is serious stuff. And it's done so supernaturally. Why? Because they worship Satan. These are Satan worshippers, by the way, that are watching you day in, day out, for years on end. They mark my steps when they wait for my soul. Should they escape by iniquity? In that anger, cast down the people, O God, that tellest my wanderings. Put my tears in the bottle, while they're not in the book. So shall they escape by the same iniquity that they practice? No, they're not going to. There's going to have to be a severe judgment for these people. And please don't tell me, no, it can't happen. Bro, the Lord has completely taken out whole entire whole entire nations, right? Whole entire cities. Are you telling me he can't take down a group? Are you telling me he can't take down a group or organization? That's easy. That's easy. Yahweh by Shem, Yahweh Shai. And I do pray against certain groups. I pray against the groups that target me. So the Lord, it's nothing for him to take down a group. He could do that overnight. A whole group. A whole organization. And he's doing it slowly. Slowly. Because his whole kingdom's going down anyway. Keep that in mind. Okay? Keep that in mind. You're never losing. When God's on your side, you're never losing. They need to make you think that you are. This is a purpose. I love doing this. I'm happy to be out here right now and serving Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Right? All of it is distractions. It's to get your mind off Yahweh Shai. Stand in your purpose. I've studied this whole thing of gang stalking. Stand in your purpose. It's people that know you have some type of calling, know you have some type of purpose, and their whole thing is to stop that or put obstacles in the way. You know, like the Matrix? It was the same thing with Neo. Same thing. You have to step into your purpose. Let's get that good stuff now. Right? And stay positive as well. All right? A lot of this is based on dark demonic energy. So let's bring out the gospel. Let's bring out the gospel. All right, check this out. Baba Kishar, Baba Kishar. This is John, right? 12. And we're going to jump straight to verse 31. Now is the judgment of this world. Now shall the prince of this world be cast out. Who's the prince of this world? Say it. Now he shall be cast out. So he's being cast out, right? Through the power and spirit of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. And it says, Baba Kishar. And he should be cast out. And if I be lifted up from the earth, will draw all men unto me. And he was lifted up. After the crucifixion, he was lifted up. This he said, signifying what death he should die. The people answered him, we have heard out of the law that Mashiach abideth forever. How sayest thou, Baba Kishar? Key thing, how sayest thou, the Son of Man must be lifted up? Who is the Son of Man? Then Yahawashi said unto them, yet a little while is the light with you. Walk while you have the light. This is why Yahawashi was with them. Lest darkness come upon you. You know how the same darkness is on these people. Walk while you have the light, lest darkness come upon you. Okay? For he that walketh in darkness knoweth not whither he goeth. They don't know where they're going. That's why they got to walk in circles, because they don't know what they're walking in darkness. So you can't really get too upset with what they're doing, because they're walking in darkness, they're blind. They still got that veil over their eyes, so that they don't know where they're going. All right? We know where we're going. For he that walketh in darkness knoweth not whither he goeth. They don't know. That's why sometimes they have the phones, right? They have the phones now. Where we walking now? Where we? This way, that way? They don't know where they're going. Once you understand these scriptures, you're supposed to be firm, calm, because you understand what's going on around you. When you don't understand, you start bugging out. And so forth. We understand, right? Why you have the light. Believe in the light, Yahawashi, that you may be children of the light. Oh, these things spake Yahawashi and departed and did hide himself from them. So Yahawashi was also known for speaking certain words and hiding. Hiding. He wasn't out in the multitude because not everybody's worthy of this. They're still in darkness. So what happens when you're putting yourself out there to everybody? You could be putting yourself out there to satanic worshippers that are not repenting. He taught, he hid himself, prayed, went into the wilderness, came back out. That's how Yahawashi was living. He wasn't teaching everyone, because not everybody's worthy. Yahawashi wasn't doing that. So walk in the light while you have the light. And we are the children of that light. Go to Thessalonians, Baba Kishar. Come on. Come on now. This is First Thessalonians 5. And jump straight to verse 4. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that the day should take you over as a thief. So we're not in darkness, that the day should overtake us as a thief. Another fucking idiot running directly in front of me so I can see his dumbass. This is all about attention, man. It's all about your attention. Satan needs that attention, man. He wants to take our eyes off Yahawashi. But we got to keep our eyes focused on him. Focused. All right? So it says, but ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that the day should overtake you as a thief. You are the children of light and the children of the day. What day overtake you? The day of the Lord, because it's coming like a thief in the night. Thief. Unexpectedly. And these people, they're not ready for it. They're not ready. They're not ready. You're always going to come like a thief. And these people, they're not going to be ready. They're going to get caught off guard. Their deepest fears are going to come upon them. Mm-hmm. You are the children of light, children of the day. We are not of night nor darkness. So we represent the children of light, daytime, knowledge. We're the real Illuminati. Not you. This whole thing about the Illuminati Maces. We're the real Illuminati. We're the real Luciferians, man. And we declare our light. We don't hide it. We don't hide this light. We don't hide it. All right? Matthew 5:14. Let your light so shine before men. We don't hide it. We don't do dark deeds and hide it. We declare the light. Right? And it says, we are not of night nor darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. Whew. Watch and be sober. Spiritually sober. Watch and be sober. So the Lord wants us to be soberly minded. Right? I should have probably put this camera someone else. Because I put this camera here, they've purposely, everybody's walking this way. But don't worry about that. We have to learn to be more focused as well. Focus on the Lord Yahawashi. The more we do that, more faith grows, more stronger we get, more spiritual power. Right? And it says, for they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and helmet of hope of salvation. So we got to put on this, listen, the breastplate and the helmet, man. The helmet of salvation to cover your mind, because this is what the enemy is going to attack more than anything. He's going to attack our minds. So we got to put on the helmet of our minds, man. That's what we got to do. Because all types of satanic dark forces are coming at us, man. We're known in the spiritual realm right now. And them dark forces, they're coming at us. Right? This is so real. Forces of darkness we're fighting against. But we have power over these forces. And you have to walk in that spirit. You have to believe. Right? You have to believe. You have to have faith. With faith, what? You can move mountains. You should be able to say to this mountain, move, and it shall be moved yonder. That type of faith. It's not much. A mustard seed of faith. And you should be able to say, move, and it's going to move. Keep your eyes on Yahawashi. Don't keep your eyes on what these people are doing. They're slaves. Don't worry about what they're doing. That's all a distraction. That's all witchcraft. That's all manipulation. Focus on the Lord. And he's going to work a good work for us. The Lord is not a liar. Yahawashi is not a liar. These words are true. They're faithful. Excuse me just a minute. Faithful. Fear not the incredulity. Don't fear them. Fear them not. Yeah, we're on some type of network. We're on some type of network. We're being watched. Don't worry about that. The Lord will justify us as well. Now, if you start acting stupid and wild, then they can use that against you. If you stay calm, then they can't use nothing against you. You have to be wise out here. This is 2 Ezra chapter 15. Behold, speak thou in the ears the words of the people of these words of prophecy, which the Lord will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. So we got to speak words of prophecy. Prophecy means to say before. So we got to say before. We got to speak. the things that are going to happen in future times. Speak these words unto them. Don't fear, speak it. And it says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. These words, faithful, true. So these words are not going to fail us. So we can trust in this right here because they're faithful. We're true. The devil, he's not faithful and he's not true. He's a liar. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Key, see, this is comfort. Fear not the imaginations against thee. See, it's all a front. He has to get up and walk off now. I love it. I love it. See, this is all a front. They present themselves before you to make you feel that they're everywhere. They're not everywhere. It's a facade. Satan has no more tricks. He's played out. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Yeah, people have imaginations. People have all types of imaginations when you're teaching this. All types of demonic imaginations. All types of thoughts. Against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee. Incredulity means unbelief. So you're not supposed to care. Oh, I don't believe that. So what? Who bloody cares? So what if some did not believe? Who cares if you believe or not? We don't care here, bro. This is what we believe. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. So we're also going to have people that speak against what we're doing. It says incredulity, trouble thee that speak against thee. So you're going to have certain people, they don't agree with what we're doing. They think we should be like them, walking around in circles. They think we should be like them, walking around in circles with a wireless, what's it, a wireless headset being programmed by Satan. Oh, is that what you want us to do? No, we're not. Sorry, we can't do that. We can't do that. Really. And it says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So all the unfaithful, they're going to die. Don't worry about them. They're going to die in their unfaithfulness. All the unfaithful are going to die in their unfaithfulness. So leave them to be unfaithful. And we got to continue to be faithful. It's a battle. This is a war for your faith, for your soul. It's a battle for our soul. That's what the enemy wants, your soul. So he's going to use anyone, anything, everybody to get that, to fulfill his will. Behold, saith the Lord, I bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. That's what's coming upon the world as well. That's what we're warning you about, so you can get right. Plagues, destruction, famine, all those things. Okay? Here it is, you got people playing games. And this is what's going to come upon the earth. This is what you're supposed to be focusing upon. How can I get right before these things happen? How can I get right? How can I be acceptable unto the Lord before these things happen? And it says, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith the Lord, I would hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness which they profanely commit, neither would I suffer them in the things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. So it says, which they wickedly exercise themselves. So the Lord's angry. He's on that throne and he sees all the wickedness that's happening. And he sees all the wickedness that's happening and he's angry. And if he's angry, we're supposed to be angry. What did the scripture say? We're supposed to be sighing and crying for the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. So that's how we're supposed to be, crying out. We're supposed to be angry. You're not supposed to be happy. If you are happy, you better be happy because you're teaching the word and you're doing what's right. That's the only reason you should be happy. Right? Real talk. Right? Come on. You don't know. Listen, bro. I fought tooth and nail to keep my soul. I fought tooth and nail to keep my soul. Ain't no way I'm letting go of that. No way. Ain't no way I'm letting go of that. I fought tooth and nail to keep my soul, to keep this right here. Right? Not you. What happened? Oh, yeah. Guess what? I know what happened. They threatened you, right? They said this was going to happen. They said that was going to happen. And what happened? You gave in, right? You were threatened, right? Satan said he was going to take everything away from you. And you gave in and you took the nervous still. right? The name is still. Now Satan's jumping all up in you. You should have just said no. You should have just said no. But that's what a lot of people don't do. They don't say no. So guess what? They become entrapped and entangled now. And Satan, he has you like a puppet on a string. Just because you didn't want to say no. That's all you had to say was no. Get behind me. I shall serve the Lord Yahweh, and him only should I serve. Him only. That's all you had to do. The whole world is compromised. I keep telling you that, and you're going to find that out. The whole entire world. Right? The people that you're seeing around you, some of them knowingly, others unknowingly, have sold their soul. Knowingly and unknowingly. So where does that leave us? If the devil owns this world, and you're a true believer in Yahawashi, well, where does that leave us? That means them spirits can see you. They would have to be able to see you. They would have to be able to see you. Because he's everywhere, right? The world's compromised, so they see you. They see your light. This is heavy stuff, brothers. But anyway, you can't be afraid. The Lord's given us what we need to cast down strongholds, imaginations, all those things. 2 Corinthians, Baba Kishar. Check this out. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty for the Heavenly Father, to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations. So let's pull down them strongholds. Let's pull down them lies. What's a stronghold? A stronghold is a fortification. So the enemy, guess what he would do? He would try to cause a pattern, cycle, type of sin, or type of thought, and have that thought become a stronghold where you believe it. That's what a stronghold is. But guess what we do? We cast down them strongholds. You have to cast down strongholds, barriers. Because if you don't cast it down, they become a stronghold in your mind. They become a fortification. And we don't want that. We don't want that at all. Okay? We don't want demons fortified within our mind. You cast them out. I'm more than a conqueror. I can do all things through Yahawashi that strengthens me. Right? I have faith as a grain of mustard seed. Right? I am more than a conqueror. These are the scriptures that release all that them demonic thoughts. That's how you combat them demonic thoughts. Right? By using the scriptures. A lot of people don't do this. They let them demonic thoughts fester and they project what other people say. Right? They project. And they become worse off. Why? Because they weren't fighting them thoughts. Fight them thoughts. Fight them thoughts. It's going to be other people. You're going to find that it's going to be other people projecting them thoughts. Projecting them thoughts. Because that's how they feel about themselves. That's not us. That's you. Okay? So cast down them strongholds, man. And I want to go to 2 Corinthians 6 and 14. Be not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship have righteous with unrighteous? We're not supposed to be yoked with those that don't really believe. Because what fellowship have fellowship with an unbeliever? We don't have no fellowship. We don't have fellowship with unbelievers. We don't. Because an unbeliever, guess what he would do? You're either going to influence him or he's going to influence you. One of the two. Right? One of the two. So we need to be influenced by the Holy Spirit. That's what we need to be influenced by. Not demons. Okay? And what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion have light with darkness? They don't have no communion. And what concord have Mashiach with Belial? And what part have he that believe with an infidel? So their class is infidels, brothers. You don't believe, you're an infidel. I'm sorry to tell you, you're infidel. And this is the Bible. This ain't, it sounds like some Muslim talk. This is the Bible. You're an infidel. And what agreement have the temple of God with idols? For you are the temple of the living power, as God have said, I will dwell in them and walk in them. And I will be their God, and they shall be my people. Wherefore, come out from among them. Come out from among them. So if you're coming out from among them, separate yourself from these ungodly people. You have to separate. That's why it says, come out from among them. Don't be around them. Don't have company around them. Bad company corrupts good manners. Move from them. And be separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. And be, key thing, be another woman that's drugging my way. Be separate. So the Lord wants us to be also separate. So yeah, there's separation. You need to separate yourself from this world. The things of this world. That's what the Lord Yahawashi requires. He requires that separation. He requires that new man. Right? That's what he requires. Okay. All these joggers everywhere. Hey, this thing's demonic, right? This is real. This is real demonic, bro. That's what I'm gonna say. The gang stalking thing is real demonic. I believe personally. I believe it's familiar spirits as well that could be attached to my family line. But listen, whatever we go through, Yahawashi is there. Yahawashi is with us. Don't be scared. Them demons are more scared of you than you're probably scared of them. So keep that in mind. Not supposed to be scared of any demons. All right? Oh yeah, and another thing, I don't take gifts, I don't take bribes, I don't take gifts. You cannot bribe me. And I think they know that as well. Oh, this man, he's not going to be bribed. We can't pay him off. We can't give. They already know that. They already know that they can't pay me. They already know they're not going to bribe me. They already know they're not going to pay me off. Right, that gets Satan very angry. Very angry. They already know I ain't going to take some money under the table. They know I'm not going to do that. So, of course, the enemy's going to get very mad. Very agitated. All right? Come on. And he definitely knows we're not going to sell out. Baba Kishore. So you keep doing your witchcraft, but it ain't going to work out too good for you. That's what I'm going to say. Go to Isaiah 55 and 6. Speak these words over our life. Come on. You know how they're trying to speak words over our life? We speak words over our life and theirs. Isaiah 55. It seems that all day they're just going to be saying, gone, mad. So hold on. You're programmed to say gone, mad, gone. Bro, this is programming. People are gone. They're literally gone. Let's go to Isaiah 55. No, you will be gone soon. And I'm talking about literally. This is Isaiah 54 and 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. They're weapons. And guess what a weapon is? Your mouth is also a weapon. Witchcraft, that's not going to prosper against it. And you have to believe that. Because the way certain men talk, oh yeah, the witches, they could do this, they could do that. No, they can't. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. It's not going to prosper. It's formed. It's formed against you, but it's not going to prosper. Right? You can see everyone looking at their handler as well. You can see the people looking at their handlers and all them things there. Everything is orchestrated. So no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. And every tongue that shall rise up against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn. So, weapon is formed, but it's not going to prosper. It's not going to destroy you, but it will be formed. Every tongue that shall rise up against thee in judgment. Woo! Every tongue. Boy, we have the backing of Yahawashi. Every tongue. That's a lot of tongues, you know. It says it. Every tongue that shall rise up against thee, thou shalt condemn. All right? This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord. Key thing, heritage. And the righteousness of me, saith the Lord Yahawashi. And make sure you record certain things as well. Because There's an element of trafficking with this. I told you about this program. There is a high element of trafficking. So if you see certain people acting very shady around you, take a picture, video phone them, and keep that picture. So you can say, hold on, this is the same person that I saw around the corner about 20 minutes ago. Hold on a minute, what you just done? You just jumped in the car. You just jumped in the car and followed me from that location. That's trafficking. It's a form of trafficking. It's a form of stalking. You have to understand this. So also, yeah, take pictures. Make sure you're taking pictures as well of certain things, right? So no one can say, well, you're making it up. No, you're not making it up. It's there. This is you. This is your face, right? This is your face. This is your car. That's you. You've been here several times. Yeah. So you beat them, but you're not playing the same game, but you beat them. Because you're using the wisdom of the scriptures and you're using wisdom all around. So no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and the righteousness of me, saith the Lord. So our righteousness is of Yahawashi, not of man. Our righteousness is not of man, right? Not of man. But sometimes, you know what you want to do? Confront your gang stalkers, man. That guy, he just done some weird stuff. I don't know why he was doing that. So also, what I don't think what you want to do is confront your gang stalkers, some of them, and pull it on them. Because sometimes you have to, certain, you can't be too weak. Certain people, you have to pull it on them and say, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? All right? You know what I'm saying? So again, practice wisdom, apply it, use discretion also, because it's going to help you out a lot. A lot. All right? I've heard about certain things, different brothers' situations. Now, this is high level. We're talking about military, from the police to the ambulances, to the fire brigade, to your cult members, to witch warlocks. There's levels of this. There's levels to this. Why? Because we're having an effect. Spiritually, we're having an effect. We must be shaking something up. For this to happen, you must be shaking, something must be getting shooken up. Or they wouldn't be invested. How do you have that much people invested in one person? One person. How do you have that much people invested? Unless you're shaking something up somewhere. So it is a good thing in terms of you're shaking something up. Because if everything was too easy, then guess what? And you got this woman just standing here like a weirdo. This is weird. These people are weird, bro. These people are weird, man. Very weird. Right? Weirdos. But let me just show you something. Let me. Very interesting. Man looking at his watch. Just pan the camera. Don't have. Can you see it? Yeah, the woman's just standing there, bro. She's just standing there, still. Yeah, but my whole thing is keep your eyes on Yahawashi. And he's got the rest, man. All right. Their whole thing is to basically discredit us, bro. That's going to be very hard to do. Because if Yahawashi is for us, who can be against us? That's going to be very, 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 very hard to do. The Lord ain't what? You think the Lord's just going to allow you to discredit his men? No, he ain't going to allow you to do that. Right? And what a lot of these people secretly do, they take pictures. They secretly take pictures of us. Right? Try and make us look a certain way. But you know how it ain't working? You know it ain't working because if it was working, they wouldn't need to keep doing it. So obviously it ain't working. And that's why we have to stay spiritual in this spiritual war. And overcome all the nonsense that we see. Remember, these people have handlers. Satan is their handler, basically. Right? Satan is their handler, bro. And we're going to shut off soon. We're going to go to Peter's. Protect your mental capacity at all costs. So we're going to go to Peter's now. Beautiful. This is 1 Peter 3. And I want to jump straight to 18. For Moshiach have once suffered for the sins, the just for the unjust, but he might bring us to God, being put to death in the flesh, but quickened by the Spirit. So Yahawashi was that one that died for our salvation, but being quickened by the Spirit. Quickened. So now we're made quickened. And it says, Baba Kishah, quickened by the Spirit. So what quickened means made alive, by which also went and preached unto the spirits in prison. So there's certain brothers in prison that are also going to hear this word as well. Baba Kishah. By which also he went and preached unto the spirits in prison. So you're going to have those locked up that are going to receive this word. Right? Which sometimes were disobedient when once the long suffering of God waited in the days of Noah, while the ark was a preparing, wherein few, that is, 8 souls were saved by the water in time of Noah. And like figure whereunto even baptism doth also now save us, not the putting away of the filth of the flesh, but the answer of a good conscience toward God. So you need to have a good conscience toward God, Yahawashi. A good conscience. Alright? By the resurrection of Yahawashi Mashiach. Resurrection means uprising of him. Okay? Who is gone into heaven and is on the right hand of God, and the angels and authorities, powers being made subject unto him. So the angels, the authorities, the powers, they're subject to Yahawashi. Don't be fooled. The powers that be are in subject to Yahawashi. They're not over him. They are subject unto him. Facts. Facts. For as much then as Moshiach have suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind, for he that suffered in the flesh have ceased from sin. So we got to arm ourselves with the same mentality. Oh, I can hear, bro, I can hear the you know, I'm right by that big cell tower. Hear them frequencies now hitting. So that's what we got to do. We got to arm ourselves, man. With the same mind, with the same spirit, right? Of Yahweh by Sham, Yahawashi, and stay faithful, man. And stay focused. The enemy wants to take your focus away because the devil knows we're serving Yahawashi. So he wants to do everything he can to take our focus away. Everything. Right? Everything. We got to be very cautious, very aware as well. Like I told you, make sure you're taking pictures. Make sure you're recording what you need to record. If you see the same car all the time, the same person where you are all the time, that means that's spiritual stalking. Take a picture. Just so you have the proof. So no one can say, well, we don't know what you're talking about. Just so you have the proof. Okay. What else have we got? James 5:7. Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waiting for the precious fruit of the earth. The husbandman is the Heavenly Father. And have long patience for it until we receive the early and latter rain. The early, latter rain. Right? Be also patient. So we got to have patience with what we're going through. Right? Establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. Establish your mind, for the coming of the Lord is drawing nigh. The coming of the Lord is drawing nigh. Establish your mind. So our minds have to be established at all times. Key thing. Established. Set up. Focus on your Yahawashi. Strong. So establish your mind. Right? For the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. So he's on his way. We just have to be patient. And before every breakthrough, what happens? You're dealing with whole load of spiritual warfare. Wait. Wait, bro. There's going to be a breakthrough, man. There's going to be, listen, there's going to be a head of a breakthrough, but you need to wait. You need to be patient and let the Lord Yahawashi do his thing. This takes patience, man. Patience. Don't be discouraged. Be encouraged. All right? Is there anything else? Oh yeah, another thing I want to say is Yahweh by Sham, Yahweh Shai, Salak, Rayam, Mashapatyam, Harakyam, Abadjam, witch covens, sorcerers, traffickers, Salak, Rayam, Mashapatyam, Harakyam, Abadjam, Harakyam, Mashapatyam. I'm not going to tell you what that means, but I'm just going to put it out there to the witches and warlocks that are trying to work against us. See if there's anything else. I'm a bit all over the place with this one. And what else? Be careful. This is 1 Corinthians 11 and 14. No marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. So if he's transformed into an angel of light, guess what he's going to do? Guess what he's going to do? He's going to come to you like he's for you. He's going to come to you dressed in a suit, prepped up, nice speech, everything that you want, not really what you need, what you think you want. That's how the enemy comes to you, right? You know what I'm saying? He's going to come to you with deception, lies, and so forth. All right? That's how the enemy is. Let me pan the camera. That's how the enemy's going to come to you. Let me pan the camera. Yeah. You already know what the deal is, man. You already know what the deal is. Yeah? But guess what? They can't stop this truth. You know what I'm saying? They can't stop this truth, brothers. Guess what? The gates of hell shall not prevail against the church of Yahawashi. Right? You will not stop this truth. So with this, I'm going to shut off here. Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give all honors and praises belong to Yahweh by Sham, Yahawashi, by Hasham, Wahavakar, Kwadash. And until the next time, Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.